What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chestnut Checkers Podcast. Here I am, Jack and Tarbet, with my other co-host today, Jack from Jersey.
It's your boy, Skinny Penis.
Your boy. That video is legendary, by the way. I love the man who made it. Yeah, today we're going to be doing a little something different. Logan chose to opt out of today because of the topic. Today we're talking about D.
Yeah, this is a big topic. This is a
big topic.
Big topic of discussion
it's a big topic
between
from my life and as well as Jack.
Yeah, and we don't, we usually get so personal, but we want to tell you what's going on and fill you guys in case any of you were wondering.
Yeah, or who don't know, but as is with a lot of things, drama sells. So here we are, drama selling. Trying to get.
Views are low. Views are low.
Views are low. Yeah, our 5 views of fucking podcasts we're lacking here.
Mm-hmm.
We're so irrelevant. God, what are we gonna do? Either way,
we're gonna do what we're about to do.
Drum up some business, as we do best. Or Jake, as J. Cole says, as I do so well. Let me take y'all back. The legend, by the way. So basically, I'm going to go into how I know this woman, a man, guy, kid, and Jack will then brief us as well on his side.
Mm-hmm.
So as a lot of you guys know, I went to college in New York for baseball, D2, by the way. And and while I was there, I played a lot of Call of Duty while I was in quarantine, because when you go up to New York, at the time, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks. I think it's still the same because Cuomo's an idiot, regardless. Yeah. So there's that. So when I was in quarantine, I met this guy on Call of Duty. We became really close. We were like playing every day, Snapchatting, talking after the game. He was telling me about his life. I'll talk to him about my life. He ended up living in New Jersey. For my Floridians out there, New York is a very different lifestyle. When you are in Florida, you can drive 3 hours. You can only get to Orlando or the Keys, at my area at least. In New York, you can go from 3 hours to Boston, Connecticut, Delaware, Philly, Jersey, and maybe even Virginia if you drive fast enough.
Yeah, well,
right?
I mean, you're kind of like an exception because your college was like almost like right on the border.
It was on the border of Jersey.
Yeah.
Regardless, still. So yeah, it's completely different. So I met this kid, and then we ended up getting really close, and then I had a week off from baseball practice. And not a week off. I had like a 4-day span off because I wasn't cleared because I had to get a sickle cell thing, which sickle cell in itself is a whole different thing as a white man. Yeah. If you don't know, I'll explain it because I don't want to sound racist. Sickle cell is a disease that is found in black people, majoritarily black people. When I say majoritarily, I mean 99.99999% black people. The last guy who got it was probably in Jesus' era. I was moving on. So I wasn't cleared. I had to wait a 4-day wait period. So I went to meet up with this kid. He picked me up from my college, and that's when I met Jack. I knew Jack through Call of Duty too, and I met him. We grew really close.
Yeah, we
me and Jack were a little bit closer at the time. Yeah, and then me and Jack really started to get closer at this kid's house, and we went to his house. I stayed there for what, three days?
Yeah, 3 or 4 days. Something like that.
Yeah, 3-4 days. Couldn't complain, great hospitality. I woke up, had what was it called? A roll? What was those things called?
What?
Pork roll.
Pork roll. Yes.
Pork roll?
You woke up to a pork roll, egg and cheese being thrown at you.
I woke up to a pork roll. Yeah, and I ate half of it, went right back to sleep because that was the night where me and Jack played Call of Duty for no bullshit. I think it was 9 hours straight. From 10 to 7, something like that.
So that's like 15 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, 7 to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, and I loved it. I had a great experience with the kid. And I met Jack, and I love Jack. Still do love Jack to this day. The kid, not so much. Love Jack so much, I'm gonna let him live with me. Regardless, yeah. So. Yeah, got to know the kid, got to know Jack, met Jack, loved Jack, got to know the kid, loved him at the time, and, life was good. And, before I get too much into it, Jack, I'll let you explain.
So this kid, I've known way, 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 way longer than Tarbet has.
Oh, for sure.
I initially met him in 6th grade, and he was one of the first friends I made from the school baseball team. It was a middle school baseball team. I was the only 6th grader on the team, and he was like in 8th grade. So, we were both outfielders. I was in left, he was in center. So we had like a solid relationship. And, he treated me with a lot of care and, took care of me while I was there for the year that he was there with me. And, after that season, he went off to high school. I was still in middle school, and things kind of, fizzled out. He went and played with my older brother for a year or two. And my older brother didn't really like him because, he's trying to, this kid goes to high school and is trying to take my brother's job in the outfield. So, they had a little back and forth.
Understand.
But, I always liked the kid because he took care of me in middle school. He was always showed love and all that stuff. But, so then I get to high school, freshman year, and playing freshman baseball, and he's there, and things just we reconnected, and one of his close friends was, well, at the time his close friend was in my biology class, so the three of us became pretty close and everything, and then sophomore year rolls around and we get really close with this other kid who comes in, and he is a freshman coming in, becomes our varsity ace, and all that stuff. So me and him got pretty close, still are to this day. He's a great kid, going to Virginia Tech. Committed fall of his sophomore year to Virginia Tech to pitch there. Yeah. So yeah, spent weekends at his house. We'd party, all that stuff, just chill out, have a couple good memories and stuff. So then him and that other friend that I had in biology start dating, and then we all got even closer. So then let's fast forward a little bit to this year, or this past year, once Tarbet comes into the picture. Me, Tarbet, and this kid, we're pretty close. Tarbet comes down. I play COD with him for 15 hours. We really bond there, and he goes back to college. We kept on talking, kept playing COD, and then things with the kid and the girls start to get a little rowdy, get a little rough, and things ended between the two of them. So I found out about it, and then I go to ask him how he's doing, and he says, he's doing all right, he's doing okay. Then I asked him, like, what's he doing, if he wants to go, get lunch or something, and he goes, oh, I'm in Florida. I was like, what do you mean you're in Florida? He's like, yeah, I went down and I'm staying with Tarbet for a little bit. I was like, all right.
Not a little bit. 13 days.
13 days. 13 days this kid stays there. He comes back. He texts me while I'm at work. He's like, yo, what are you doing after work? I was like, nothing. Why? What's up? He's like, I gotta go get some stuff for my puppy. Do you want to come with? I was like, yeah, sure. He comes, picks me up from work. I meet his new dog. Good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. We go to PetSmart and get some stuff for him. We talk about everything that happened in Florida and all that stuff. And he tells me that, he might end up going to FAU and move down there. I was like, oh, all right, man. I mean, hate to see you leave, but if it's right for you, 100% go do it. He's like, yeah, I think you will. And they dropped me off back at my car, and that was What'd you say that was? That was January, you think?
Um,
That was
yeah,
December into
January.
January?
Yeah, because you stayed with me, I think the day after Christmas until, oh no, it was like, yeah, it was like the day after Christmas, no, 2 days after Christmas until the 9th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had
I don't know if
I
that adds
had
up.
plans to spend New Year's Eve with him, and then told me he was in Florida. So I no longer had New Year's Eve plans. So I stayed home with my then girlfriend, and we were just stuck at home all night, you know. So yeah, he comes home. That whole thing happens. I talked to him, and was probably like January 10th or 11th, and it is now April 28th. Have not talked to him since. He has not said a single word to me. I think I've tried to reach out to him.
And you would say you guys were like best friends. For
Yeah,
like
no,
3.
he legitimately, he was family to me. He was my older brother.
Yeah.
He took care of me. I took care of him. We had a very strong bond.
Yeah.
And you know, I got absolutely nothing. He just, you know, has not responded to a single one of my text or calls in
Welcome
months.
to the club. Yeah.
So in Tarbet, let me just let everybody know what happened while he was in Florida and the aftermath after that.
So while he was in Florida, I told him 2 things. I was like, yo, I'm close with my ex. A little too close sometimes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one girl I was with, not with, that I was, you know, again, a little too friendly with. I told him, yo.
Lack of a better term.
Yeah, lack of a better term. I was like, yo, stay with these 2 girls. Florida's a big ocean. There's a lot of fish in the sea. Go after it, you know? And essentially, you know, he was down here. Again, he's staying at my house for free, 13 days. I fed the kid, kept the kid entertained, did everything and anything at any chance we could, you know? We had a few deep talks, too, you know, on the beach. This kid cried in my arms multiple times while he was down here because of previous things that he said in all this. And that are things that have been happening and have happened that, you know, this kid's just been crying in my arms. And again, I know I'm not in the same place as Jack with this terms of length of friendship, but I consider this kid like family too. Like this kid is like blood, like brother. That's what it was like, right? And New Year's comes, you know, we get drunk, wasted. This kid cries in my arms about everything. He's in my room. I find him in my room, like, yo, what's up? And he just breaks down. And he breaks down and he's like crying. I'm like, yo, like, you're good. Like, come on, like let's get out there. Let's drink some more water. Let's go have some fun, right?
Let's go get some Capri Suns.
Yeah, let's go watch the fireworks. Let's go light some. Let's go have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that, and then, you know, I thought we had a very good time. I thought we had a great time. You know, we went everywhere, did everything that pretty much you could do in my area. And he ends up leaving. That day, I dropped him off at the airport. I walked him in, hugged him goodbye. I was like, "Yo, I'll see you soon." I was like, "Yo, you should come back down for my birthday." Because I don't think I'll be coming back to Florida anytime soon. Just all right. Let me rewind a little bit. The whole FAU thing. The only reason why he came up with that is because I told him he could live with me and this one girl that was supposed to be living with us before she decided to go to a community college in buttfuck hillbilly town.
Mm-hmm.
And my boy Logan. You guys know Logan, the other co-host. We're all supposed to live together. And he's like, yo, I'd love to do that. I'd love to be with you. I'd love to be with you guys. Like, I love you guys. You're like family to me. I'm like, okay, bet. Make that happen. I'll get on that. So yeah, and then the day after I drop him off, I go and I find out. I'm with this other girl. We'll call her S, Snake.
Mm-hmm.
No correlation to her name or anything. But so I'm with that girl, and I forgot what we were doing. We were doing something. And you know, she loves to be nosy and like go through my phone and, you know, like do some of these shits, you know, looking in the corner of your eyes when I'm on my phone. Like, you know, bitch, let me take your phone. Looked at my phone, typed in my name on messages because what else you can do? You want to see what people got to say about you, right? I looked it up, and the first thing I see is Lil D, on the phone, which is weird. I'm like, I didn't know you guys had information like that. Like, I know you guys had each other's numbers. And I go and I read, and there's like books, stories, all that. I'm like, damn, okay. So I just go to the part with my name on it, and the first thing I see is just don't let Jacob know, or don't let Jacob find out. I'm like, okay. I'm not much of a reader, but you sparked my interest, right? I'm like, let's get down to it. I go and he's talking to this girl. He goes, I'm gonna make you fall in love with me when I live with you. I know you have feelings for Jacob, but I can change that. When I move in, by the time I move in with you, you're gonna want me, you're gonna love me, you're gonna be in love with me. I'm like, yo. Granted, I didn't give half a fuck about this bitch as I did my ex, right? So I was like, okay, sus. But I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it, right? And then let's fast forward a week after I confront him about that. Nothing really happens. He goes, yeah, sure didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. He played bitch and victim like he always does. Regardless, fast forward like a week and a half after I just left my ex's house. I went to go hang out with my boy, and we went to the beach. And when I get to the beach, I get a phone call from my ex, and I was mad at her. I forgot why I was mad at her, but I'd be mad at her for like everything, no matter what. So I was mad at her, and she texted me. I'm like, what? She goes, hey. I'm like, what? She goes, I need to talk to you about something. Can you talk? I'm like, I'm out right now, but what's up? Because, I was always like, to me, she was a person that, like, no matter what she did or what happened, I would always be there for her. That's who I am, right? Even for this kid, I was still there for him after all that when he wanted to talk to me, which he didn't. But I would have been there, because that's who I am. But, so I was like, all right, what's up? Call me. She calls me, and this bitch goes, Damien's coming back to Florida for my birthday. I'm like, word? I wasn't told anything about this. Where's he staying? She goes, my house. I'm like, you're funny. Where's he staying? She goes, I'm serious, my house. I'm like, so y'all didn't talk. Apparently what happened is she reached out to him because she was upset about something that was going on between me and her. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying me and her had a good relationship at any means after we broke up. Or by any means after we broke it up. But, yeah, this is sus to me. So she reached out to him apparently. Started talking to him, and they FaceTimed every day, and they're each other's best friends. And I was like, yo, that's fuck shit. Especially after I asked you to come for my birthday, and you told me no, and her birthday is, what, 2.5 months after mine? I'm like, that's fuck shit. Like, that's pussy shit. So I was extremely mad about that because there's one thing I'm heavy on is disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
And
we know.
You could do anything. Yeah, we know. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. I called him. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Keep in mind, it's like 3 a.m. I'm on the top of a parking garage at a beach at Deerfield. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And he's like, yo, I'm sorry. I wanted it to be a surprise for you. I'm like, no, you didn't, bitch. You had her tell me because you told her you were too scared to tell me yourself. I'm like, how could you be such a pussy? How could you be so weak? How could you be such a bitch? It was just, first the whole S thing, and then the thing with my ex, I'm like, yo, you've crossed too many fucking lines, bro. Like, yeah, I know, but I still want to see you. Everything's better with us. Things were perfect the way they were before. I'm like, yeah, until you went and fucked up twice. All this and all that. And then he's just like, yo, I'm just sorry. I'm like, yo, don't get the fuck out of my phone. I hung up on it. I was so mad. I'm like, all right, whatever. No big deal. And I kind of just let it go because I had things going on at the time. So I just let it go. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then, what was it, like 3 weeks later is when I called you?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, so then 3 weeks later, I'm in the middle of working. It was like, what, 11:45 at night or something?
Mm-hmm.
But I just reached out. So basically, I was at work, and I was like, damn, it's just mad disrespectful nowadays. I don't even know why I said it on some stupid shit. I was just talking on my ass. I was like, I don't take no disrespect from nobody. I'm like, wait, I kind of let that slide, though. Like, Jack. Like, hey Siri, FaceTime Jack. waiting at work. I'm sitting in a chair now, felt mad. I'm like tapping my foot like crazy, trying not to show my coworkers I'm pissed. And he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, what's his ex's phone number or Snapchat, either or, whichever she responds on quicker. Give me that. That's all right. Fine. Oh, that's good. Like that. Wait till I'm off work. At 1:30 in the morning. I think it's the latest she's ever stayed up. Um, and I call her. She's like, what? What happened? What was so important? Blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm guessing Lil D didn't tell you everything that happened. She's like, oh, what happened? I told her basically everything that just happened that I told you guys a second ago. There's a few extra things that I don't feel like mentioning.
Yeah. Can't give you guys all the details.
So, yeah. And she goes, "Oh fuck! Like I didn't know all this. Thanks for telling me. Blah blah blah." I told her, and she's like, "It's either me or this TikTok bitch," and it was fine. He basically dropped her, my ex. But this is the thing that got me eerie, right? I don't know if you know this, Jack. You know the Playboy necklace that she wears?
Yes, he got that for her.
Apparently, he bought that for her, right? And it was because she bought him a lanyard or something like that.
Yeah, and then there was a point in time where they stopped talking and she stopped wearing it.
Yeah.
And then
when they started talking, they came back out. But essentially, my bad. But essentially, yeah. So he chose her, and I thought it was comedic. Like, damn, that's crazy. But what made things weird to me is, Jack, I've had a few decent best friends. I haven't had many girl best friends. I've had about one or two in my lifetime. But I know one thing's for fucking sure. I never printed out a Polaroid picture of my best friend and wore it in my hat every day when I went to work.
Let me just do a little research on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check my hats real quick.
Yeah, no, I never have either. Even my girlfriend, I've put a Polaroid picture in my overhead on my car.
Yeah.
But not in the hat.
No, that's kind of weird. Oh no, the hat was just one of them. He had two. One was on his dashboard in his daddy's truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird. And then he's like sending her TikToks of all this about, oh baby this, I miss you baby this and that. I'm like, stop me if I'm wrong, Jack, because I damn well know I'm not no mathematician.
No, you're
this
not.
Shit just don't act.
You don't run Harvard like I do.
I don't run Harvard. I barely run around my block. So, regardless, I'm like, that just don't add up. Best friends don't do that.
Not.
No. So I'm like, okay, that's sus. Whatever. She got involved, Damien's ex, and basically it's like me or her. He chose her instead of my ex.
Yeah.
And then
after that, maybe 24, 48 hours after that happened, someone follows me. I think I was on stream with you at the time, and we were playing Gunfight together, and a notification pops up on my phone, and it says, so-and-so started following you, like on Instagram. And I was like, hey, yo, Tarbet, do you know who this person is? Like, I kind of recognize the name from talking, like, in amidst conversations, but I wasn't exactly sure. But I know that the only two people that this person followed were Tarbet and Damien. So I was like,
Interesting.
So I was like, do you know this person? And he goes, yeah, that's my ex. I was like, well, she just started following me on Instagram. So I'm like, all right, this is weird, but sure. Follow her back. Instantly, I get a DM. Hey, do you know what's been going on with like, I don't know, he hasn't talked to me in a while, blah, 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 this and that. I'm like, listen, like...
Listen, Linda.
I could probably find it. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I pulled up some messages of my own.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we've got, you're Jack, you know, I heard about you from Jacob and D. I was like, yeah, I am. Like, what's up? He's like, Jacob told me what you said yesterday when you called him. So-and-so has become one of my best friends, or so I thought, but I haven't talked to him since 10 a.m. yesterday, and obviously I know why. He has answered
God, a whole 24 hours.
I was just wondering if you had heard from him. And I said, nah, I let her know. I was like, nah, I don't know what's going on. Like, I haven't heard from him since he got back from Florida. And then it went into everything. Yeah, she hadn't heard from him, this and that. And then she goes on to talk a lot of not so nice things about my my friend who this person chose over her, and I wasn't really having it. So then I start talking to her. Like, she gets my Snapchat and starts talking to me on Snapchat, and we talk about this whole thing. And she's like, let me know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, like, I guess I'll keep you updated. Not really. And then she decides to text this other girl, my friend.
Oh, I remember this.
Yes. So then that happened, and I don't remember exactly what went down in that conversation, but I know it was a bit of a cat fight.
No, there was no fight. It was a one-sided fight. She never responded. Basically, what happened was my ex reached out to his ex and had a lot of choice, not words, but paragraphs to say. I think there was either 4 or 5 of them. You have half a book there, sweetie. And she just didn't respond once. And yeah, she just didn't respond to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because unlike Little Dick, she acts her age.
Bold, not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
All right, so let me pull these messages. So after the whole thing with him and my ex took place, I wrote him a whole paragraph. Nothing too big, some light, and then he wrote me a novel. Yeah. And essentially, this happened January, I'll give you guys dates, 17th, so like about 2 weeks after he left my house. And January 19th is after when he didn't respond to what I said. He goes, we need to talk. Can I call you, please? Look, Tarbet, I know you don't want to talk to me. I get it, but I'm sorry. I just need to tell you some things. I respond that same day, about 10 hours later, because he texted me at 1 in the morning. I go, call me whenever. Didn't get a call that day. I go, crazy. You can text my ex about me texting you and screenshot it and send it to her, but not actually respond to me, LMFAO. Next day happens, same thing. I'm like, bro, just don't bother calling. You show me enough. Then he responds the next day. So about 4 days after, he told me he wanted to call me. He goes, text me, you aren't busy, so I can call you. Look, I'm sorry I haven't called you yet, but work has been awful, and I wanted to make sure I knew everything I wanted to say. So I was like, okay, he has a whole checklist on what he wants to go over and brief me on, because I have a lot that I need to be briefed on.
Obviously.
I called him. The whole thing was, look, Jacob, I'm just so sorry, and I don't know what's been wrong with me lately, but I know that I haven't been okay, and I miss you, and you're like a brother to me, and I know I can't lose you, and I want you to know that I'm always here for you, and if you ever want to talk to me, I'll be here, and I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Essentially, 800 times. I'm like, dude, sorry doesn't fix this shit. Cry me a fucking river. And then I forgot what happened here. This was in February. The whole month after that call happened, I must have just woke up feeling like a bitch because this happened. I'm like, you're truly helping your case here. I meant what I said because you haven't done anything to change. LMAO. And the fact you're gonna go out of your way to act like this furthers my point.
No, something happened, didn't it?
Yeah, something happened. I just forgot what.
I can't remember. No,
That's when I found out about the necklace. That's what it was. That's when I found out about the necklace and the pictures.
Okay.
Wow. He was like, at some point today, can we talk like at lunch or when I get off? Question mark. I respond an hour later. And why should I want to talk to you? You're a bitch and nothing has changed. It's just 5 minutes of your time, please. That's all I'm asking. He sounds like a fucking Mormon. 5 minutes to talk about.
Would you like to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Yeah. So then I go, whatever. He goes, I fucked over one too many people, Tarbet. I'm not coming down. That's not right. Nothing I did was. And even if I can fix shit between us, I'm going to do the right thing. I'll stay away if you want, but I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm sorry for everything that I've caused. It wasn't right. I'm not asking you to forgive me, but I at least wanted to tell you. Like, all right, well, that's a good first step. Congrats on making the right decision for once. And then in all caps, you had a picture of this bitch in your hat? This was his excuse. She asked me to. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking, and she bought me something, so I felt like I had to repay that. I told you I'm done. I shouldn't have gotten involved or went behind your back, and I'm not going to. I fucked up, but I'm done with it. I'm like, bro, you're such a pussy. It's insane. Great morals, Brody. He goes, I was a piece of shit, and in no way I was thinking of anyone but myself, but I'm done. I fucked over 200 people. Dude, he's like, I'm going to buy him a fucking thesaurus. But I'm done. I fucked you over, and I fucked so many people other over. Can't speak English either. And that's something that I should have never done. I found a brother in you, and I fucked that up. I know I can do nothing. I can't do anything to fix that, but I want to go back to right where it was. By a dictionary, maybe too. And I know you don't see me as family anymore, but I don't blame you. But at least try to do the right thing. I'm like, is there anything else I should know? He goes, no, not that I think of. But if I do, I'll tell you. I'm sorry, Tarbet. But what are you going to think about? What are you going to figure out later? I'm like, all right, bro. And then this is where I got really excited, right? My brother, my best friend.
Is this a fast forward to not long ago?
Yeah. Yeah, to about last,
so
like this
last
week.
Hang on. Before we get into that, I want to talk about
okay.
something.
Yeah.
What's interesting about this whole thing is that I think it's fair to say after you left and went back to college, we still talked and stuff, but I wouldn't say we were like anywhere near as close as we are right now. And yeah, figure it out. You got it.
Yeah, buttons are hard.
I wouldn't say we were close, but we weren't nearly as close as we are right now.
Oh, me and you? Yeah, no, for sure.
And the crazy thing about this is that this whole thing went down, and really just the main positive thing is that me and you just became a lot closer from it.
Yeah, we were friends, and look at us now.
Look at us. Hey, who would have thought?
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Not me.
Not me. Not I. Not this guy.
Yeah. So it went from this being some kid who just lives in Florida that I play video games with very frequently to someone who is he's Tarbet. Hey, not to gas you up, buddy. Hey, you know what?
Family.
Love you, man. Family.
Yeah, man.
And all things go well, we'll be roommates.
Yeah, of course. Everything goes according to.
And I will be going to the college that someone said that they were going to.
Yeah, good.
So let's get into, because honestly, I don't even know the story.
Yeah, you know a little bit.
I know the time. I know. Do you want me to go right up to where I know, and then you can take it from there?
should we leave other people out of it, like 1K people out of it, or no? Because if we're gonna
1K.
tell the whole story, um, my recent post it was about them on Instagram.
Okay.
Remember you told me who I?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we can leave that part out of it. We can
Okay,
leave all
because
that
that's
out
a
of it.
big part of the story too. But
They
yeah, you
they
can.
know they know about that one. They know about all.
They don't know about the recent events though, but we'll skip over.
They don't know about the post events. They don't need to know about the post events.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'll let you tell your piece on what you know, and I'll just fill in or add on after.
yeah. I mean, even that. I mean, we talked about kind of that stuff already. I don't think that doesn't even so much pertain to this story. I would say, but let's
No, but it's just the timing of it
just the
was just
timing. Yeah, the timing of it is convenient to say the least.
very convenient. Well,
Um,
they supposedly they bonded over their hatred for me.
yes, they did.
If you guys don't know, I'm a horrible person, right?
He's terrible.
I
He's
will say this.
literally a sack of shit.
I'm an asshole. I'm a piece of shit, right? I'm a douchebag. No denying it.
I mean, look at his haircut.
Look at me. Look at me. Just look at me.
He has two
But
chains on. He's got
two
those
chains
fuckboy glasses. He's got
got
that
everything.
fuckboy haircut. And he's got those fuckboy earrings in.
Everything.
He's terrible.
Terrible guy. But once you get to know me, and if I have a spot in my heart for you, you're never leaving. You know, unless you fuck up. I have a very big heart.
I.e.
Yeah.
LD.
Yeah. I have a very big heart for you if I care for you. My sister, such a soft spot. My dog, my dad, Jack, Logan, another girl, I don't want to say names because we're not mentioning names, but you know who. And
I know. Yeah, we know. She's a nice girl.
Yeah. So I have a soft spot for them, right? Of course. But if you don't know me, you either hate me or you like me because I'm a dick. So that's how it is.
More often than not, you don't like him.
Yeah, more often than not. Yeah. And as Logan previously mentioned, I cost him a lot of friends in high school.
Yeah.
Who I was and what I've done. But
that cost me a friend.
To be fair, not 100% my fault.
No, not at all your fault. I don't know. I still don't know. And the only rationale that I tried to carry through all of this was that hey, he's going through a breakup.
Yeah.
I did some shitty things when I was heartbroken, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's getting to a point now where I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
He's lost in life.
He's lost, yeah, definitely.
No idea.
I've tried time and time again to reach out and try to talk to him, but
it just doesn't happen. All right, well, let's get back into the story. Again, I'll let you take off from wherever you want, and then I'll just pick up or add on.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's fast forward to this month, really.
April, about 9 days ago.
9 days ago. Yeah. No. Yeah. Time flies, huh?
8 days ago. Yeah.
So, where did I find this? How did I find this out? Oh, yes. Yes, you, of course. So I'm at my opening baseball game. We just finished, or no, I think it was at practice that day.
It was a practice.
It was practice.
You were like, I'm at practice. What do you want?
Yeah. And I get a phone call, a group FaceTime call.
Our celibacy club. Go ahead, get your merch, by the way.
Yeah, celibacy club.
Official club.
Actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't the celibacy club.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Because you didn't answer in that one.
I didn't. I didn't answer that one. We were talking in that one, and I said something sus as shit to Logan, and he was like, "You should have caught a flight and came down when this person came down," and I took that as
really went right over your head.
Went right over my head because I thought he was referencing December when he initially came down. So then I get another call from Tarbet and said ex-girlfriend of LD. Still, me and her very good friends. Get a call from them, and they're like, I'm not sure if you're aware, but a certain someone is currently in Florida. I was like, And me and Tarbet, a couple months before, had made this like little plan where I was gonna come down for those days.
Everyone thought it was too petty,
Yeah, we were just fucking around. I was gonna come down for like a week or something, stay with him, and then hope that he came down or something. So he does go down. I couldn't come down because of baseball and all that stuff. So I find out that he's there, and I talked to them a little bit about it, and Tarbet says, yeah, he's there with my ex, and I'm gonna go over there. I said,
I got a 40 on me right now. I never cared.
I said, you know what? I said, I think it's fair. I think it's right for you to go down. I think that you need to be a little smart about it, considering that there's a lot of people there who would like to see Tarbet 6 feet under.
I like 12 feet under.
Yeah, just to be sure. Under 6 feet, and then 6 feet concrete, and then 6 feet under that.
Yeah, but you can't kill the devil, I'm omnipresent.
Red.
Look at me. I scream bad guy. That's all it is.
So, I then go to a friend's house, and these two call me, and he's like, yeah, I'm going over there right after work. I said, listen, you got to be smart about this, because I don't need you ending up dead or in prison.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going there with any kind of violent intention, so I just want to talk to the kid. And I said, yeah, Tarbet, but
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him.
I just want to fucking kill the kid.
So, so yeah, I said, considering the people who will be there, I don't think it's all that smart for you to go. Obviously, I could not stop him since I'm thousands of miles away.
Yeah, like 1,000 miles away.
Yeah, literally. Like that. 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but hey, you know what? They've got trains and planes and cars, and I'd walk to you if I had no other way.
Yeah.
Hey there, just plain white tees.
Yeah. I just walk 1,000 miles to see you smile.
Anyway, so here's where Tarbet takes it. Also, there's one part of that story that I left out for a reason, Tarbet.
Yeah, about the whole.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So essentially, what happened was, I wasn't going there alone because of pre-existing conditions that I have created for this scenario. So I text him. I text him. I don't just text him. I had to unblock my ex. I had to reach out to this other girl through TikTok. I blocked on everything else. I called this other guy to be like, where the fuck is he? Why isn't he answering? I go, yeah, you fucked up, huh? That's soft. You're such a pussy. LMFAO. And then this couch behind me, it catches everything. This water bottle is broken. It shakes every time I'm at the table. So I was like, I bet. So then I call my ex and she answers. Like, what do you want? I'm like, you're fried, cuz. Like, that's not real. Put him on the phone. She's like, nobody wants to talk to you. I'm like, well, your bitch ass answered, so somebody wants to talk to me. She's like, I'm not putting him on the phone. I'm like, all right, bitch, I'll be there after work. She goes, all right, then, pull up. Actually, she instigated. She said, pull up after work then, because that's her favorite thing to do now, say pull up. So I was like, all right, I'll be there after work. I was like, bitch, bet. See you there. Hung up right there. Blocked her again. And then, I got out of work. I got there at like I got out of work, changed, went home, showered. I didn't want to go smelly when I talk to the kids, you know?
Oh, yeah, look good.
You gotta be
look good.
good. You gotta
fresh. You
make
gotta throw on that fresh Celibacy Club merch.
It was on my Instagram, Jack and Tarbet, by the way. I forgot to mention, because of this whole situation, no bullshit, lost 35 followers on Instagram. I had 22 people unadd me on Snapchat.
Because of this whole situation?
Because of not just the little D, but the other situation as well.
The B.
22 people on Snapchat, 35 on Instagram. I might have lost more. Let me check real quick. Because before the whole thing happened, I was at like 1435. Right now I'm at 1387. I've almost lost 100 followers because of this. I love it. I love it. I really do. Because to me, it shows that I piss people off. That's my main goal.
You piss people off to an extent where they felt like they felt the need to go onto Instagram, look you up, and unadd you.
Follow you. Yeah, it's insane how I get under people's skin. But regardless, I told him, all right, I'll pull up after work like you want me to, and I do exactly that. But because of pre-existing conditions, like I said, I've created previously, I went there with about 4 other people. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful that they came, but like I said, nothing happened. I at least expected or my ex to walk outside and be like, he's not coming out. You're not going to talk to him. Whatever you got to say to him, you can say to me. That kind of thing, right? So I pull up there and I call everybody, text everybody. I'm here. Where y'all at? Come outside. No one answers. All right. I know where this bitch lives. So walks up to the window. Nobody answers. I'm like, okay. That's weird. I want to say something so bad, but I'm going to be a nicer person because I know this is going on YouTube. It's a lot different than saying something over the phone, so I'm not going to say it. Instead, I will exaggerate deeply. So this very beautiful young woman comes out who happens to be her mother, who is a great mother by all means. Oh, sarcasm. So this beautiful young woman comes out, greatest mother of the year, you know, always wins it, past 18 years. She comes out, she starts screaming, and then Lester from GTA 5 comes out with her. I don't know if that was her flavor of the week or who was paying her rent that month. I don't know. She sleeps around. Fuck it, I decided against it. Her mother's a prostitute. Yeah, she lives in the house she lives in because her mom fucks this guy named Hef, we'll call him, and he paid off their house monthly, and their rent and utilities essentially, so they can live there for free. And all she has to do is, well, I'm assuming, fuck him and give him attention for a little bit. Yeah. So essentially, he's 97% of their income. Either way, anything.
We'll talk more off air on that.
Huh?
I said we can talk more off air for that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ignore that. So essentially, then she comes outside with some guy, and she's like screaming or some shit. Look at her. I go, you know what? This bitch sent her mother out to come get me. I don't need an escort to talk to Damien. Literally, that's a double term right there. You know, we get it.
Move on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So to come talk to Damien, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. We left, and here's where I started doing some stupid shit. I kept moving around to go see if she was still out there. Because I was thinking maybe my ex would come out with little D to actually talk to me, which was the original agreement that she wanted me to do in order to talk to the kid. Let's talk to him. I'm moving around, and she just sat out there smoking a cigarette just the whole time. Every time I went by, yeah, I see you. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Like, I see you too. Yeah. You wanted to fuck me a month ago, but now you hate me. Kind of weird. Um, regardless. So yeah. Long story. We made a few loop de loops. She tried to run in front of my friend's car to get him to stop. She just did one of those, and that was the highlight of the night. So that was it. And then I'm back on my jolly way and my jolly mission to continue to piss the world off. So I went to go flick up with an Instagram pic instead. And that's pretty much it. I never got to talk to the kid. He never reached out to me. Yeah, he never wanted to make. He cried out wanting to make amends with me. Never did it. Never wanted to see me. Keep in mind, this kid's bigger than me and he's taller than me and he's probably a lot stronger than me. But didn't want to see. For what? For what was he scared of? All he did since I've met him and since this whole thing happened, since the start, all he did is hide behind other people. And I will say one thing. You're a pussy, right? You're a pussy. Personally, if I get in an altercation I know I can't win, I will fight unfairly. Or if I'm not going to fight it, I will talk my way out of it. That's all it is. It's simple. You know? But for you to talk like that and lie out your ass and then go and hide behind two females that are a combined 3'5", if you stack them on top of each other, one Oompa Loompa next to the next, that's disgusting. It hurts my heart to see how someone could be so pussy. Personally.
Yeah, and I'm actually, I haven't told you this.
Oh, I would love, this is my live reaction.
I saw him.
Oh.
He came home. I did not talk to him. I saw him in his car as I was on a hunt, you know. We can get into more details on that. I was driving along, and I was this close. Actually, I was 100% going to follow him. I was right behind him. He knew I was there. He saw my car. I got right behind him. We were at a stoplight. I got my hand out the window. I'm like, yo. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm honking my horn, all this shit. He's just, you know, two hands on the wheel.
Like nothing's going on.
Yeah, just, yeah. Drives off. And if I had not had better things to do than follow this kid around all day, I 100% would have.
Oh, for sure.
And I talked to my buddy who's he's junior now, the VT commit. I talked to him. I was like, oh yeah, I just saw what's his face, and he's like, oh yeah, no, I heard his car going down the street. I was like, yeah, I probably gonna go over there at some point. He's like, you have fun with that. I have absolutely no need or the want to talk to him. So
yeah, besides who he's wronged and all the friends he lost in that, this kid has nothing going for him in life anymore. Like, a part of the side that's pissed out of no end. I genuinely feel bad for this kid.
Well, here's the thing. Here's like, so I understand why he is not speaking to you. I understand why.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea as to why I have just been left out of this entire situation and completely ignored.
You've been like pushed away.
Yeah, I've kind of, me and like everyone he's had here. I talked to girl, and she was like, yeah, I was over there getting the rest of my stuff, and I talked to his mom, and his mom was like, oh, why are you like getting the rest of your stuff? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, oh yeah, me and LD we're not friends anymore. And she was like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous, you know. All this kid does is go to work and go home and sit in the basement. He doesn't hang out. He hangs out with one kid, and it's not even Jack, and I don't even know what to tell him anymore.
Which keep in mind, he came down to Florida when his mom wasn't in the best condition,
No, she was not feeling too great at the time.
and he left her like that to go see some slut for her birthday.
Yeah. Um.
I don't know what's more morally and ethically wrong than that, personally. If I still had a mother in my life, um, the first thing I would have done was canceled my flight and helped my mother. I don't know about you, but me personally, that's just I think that's fucked.
Yeah. If
Hey, the
especially
kid's
with
gonna
what was
fuck
going on, if it was like not serious or anything, of
that.
course,
He's had like
it's
a
still.
cold or something.
But if my mother was in the condition that she was in, then I would 100% just not have even
Yeah,
thought about going down there.
it's embarrassing how morally fucked up he is. He is. Uh, it's just
Yeah, I mean, I hopefully will talk to him at some point because I kind of
oh, I think that
I want answers as to why I have been left out of all of this because you know not to
you deserve
discredit
them.
Tarbet or anything because we've become so close and
I
we're
have a
brothers
reason
now.
why he won't talk to me.
Yes, you have a reason, but my thing
He
is,
was cold.
this kid's been
We didn't
like
have
one
a
of my
social.
best friends since sixth grade, and I'm finding out things that he's doing from a kid that I've known for a year now,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah, like maybe a year. Why not even,
instead
honestly.
of one of my best friends of 6 years.
God knows how long. Like, it's grade. So like yeah, 6 years actually. I think that personally, we both need answers. You a little bit more than me. I think that I can take 3 days off, go up there and find some answers.
Yeah, you know what we could do. I mean, I'm coming down to Florida for a week. You could take 3 days, come up here, and on that third day, we'll both go back down.
Sounds good to me. Wait, you're coming down to Florida for a week?
I told you I would be coming down during the summer.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's in the summer. I'm off this weekend. I can get a plane ticket for this weekend.
If Tarbet, if you really want, I'm not gonna stop you. You got a place to stay here, but
Yeah, well, we'll see. Plus, she just invited me for lunch because she said she wanted to talk more. So, yeah, sure, we'll talk more. Yeah. So it seems like I have a lot of friends in a lot of places now, but I have a lot of more enemies than I do a lot of other places. But I'll definitely look into that. Personally, I'm not sure, but look into that. But yeah, I think that anything you don't just need answers, but you quite frankly deserve them. He kind of just vanished without a trace to you.
yeah, he's like the
At least
Avatar.
me, I've been, yeah, like at least me,
When
I've
the
been
world
knowing
needed him
like
most,
a
he
little bit of
vanished. I don't know what to tell him.
it's gone, it's gone. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not over. It's not over.
Oh, by no means is it over. Like I said, I don't take disrespect lightly. I don't know about how you're gonna do this or go about this, but I know where he lives. That's all.
I'm gonna go. I go about this very calmly.
You have a very different approach than I.
Yeah, you seem to be.
I'm like
You
it's
seem to
go.
be an escalator. I'm a bit more of a de-escalator.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. I'm the antagonist.
Yeah,
To get everything started,
you're the
I
worst
started.
person to grace this earth.
Yeah, essentially. So at least I own it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good question. Where are we at in the time?
We're perfect. Right
All
here.
right. We'll keep the topic for next week or tomorrow.
We'll keep that topic for another day. So we will. This is probably. I think this is going up. This is probably going up Friday. You think?
Yeah, most likely, depending on other things.
Yeah. So
Would you like to
we'll
do the outro, or should I?
yeah, no. We'll talk to you guys we'll get this out as soon as we can, and we'll talk to you guys on the next episode. Have a good one, guys. Peace out. Also, I just want to say, I fucking had the half a crave case from White Castle last night, because me and my brother did that, and explosive diarrhea this morning.
Oh, that's the worst.
Dude, I farted in my sleep so much, and it was so rancid that when I woke up, I threw off my covers to get out of bed, literally almost vomited.
Oh my god, that's the worst, honestly.
Yeah.